I have not been to this area in Salt Fork in about 2.5 years. So, I really don't know what to expect. Oh, and you know what? I'm even going to show you where I'm at. That over there is the dam. And right over there is the Morning Glory boat ramp. There's the dam. The lake looks really nice today. But I walk along the edge of the lake shore to get to where I go up into the woods. Like I said, I haven't been up in here for 2.5 years. And I'm only going up here now, and I'm by myself, because I was supposed to meet with a guy to show him an area where I saw a Bigfoot in February 2017, which is way up on the ridge. Same dead tree still laying there. Something peeled bark off. Cobwebs. Huh. That's kind of odd how that dead tree is propped up in there like it is. That's a maple tree that it's propped up in, and there's no broken off top to that tree, so how that tree would get propped up there like that, I don't know. Unless something put it up there. That's a good 8-10 feet tall up there. It didn't fall like that. Interesting how. Not gonna mention that. Leaves are overturned like something could have walked up through here. This beginning part is fairly close to the lake, so could have been somebody walking around up here. Well, see ya. Huh. 2 sticks laying there. They're older ones. Upside down. Could have fallen from a tree up above, but don't know. Interesting. Seems like this area right here is always wet. There must be a spring somewhere. But my first ever attempt at casting footprints was right here. They were rather large tracks with toes. And I seriously doubt if anybody from the lake would have been up here. That was whoa, 9 years ago. By the way, my footprint cast did not come out very well. It was the first time I ever tried it. And I had the compound too wet. Just didn't dry. Well, tree went down. Let's see. The lake's kind of calm out there. There's not too many boats out there, but there are boats. And I'm sure you can hear them in the background. I'm not going to be up here very long, because as soon as I got back to where I go into the woods, I realized I left my phone back in my Jeep. And if I should encounter something where I need help, I got no way to contact anyone. I'm looking. I was trying to decide if I should go up along here where we originally did. Well, I know what we did. We used to go up this way and come back down through up here. I'm actually trying to replicate the original path of coming up through here. I remember a lot of this. I got a fuzzy memory of it. Like I said, I haven't been up through here in 2.5 years. I'm only here now to show everyone as much of the area of my encounter that I can. I'm trying to run this video continuously. I may stop it and restart it. Because when you run video too long, it takes a lot out of the battery. Which is why I do my videos in short clips. But this time, I'm going to try to let it roll. I don't know. The lake is down over the hill. There's no trails up here. From September through January, there may be hunters up here hunting deer with a bow. But for the past few years, I haven't seen anybody that's come up here to hunt. I had a trail camera up on top of the hill out there once, about 9 years ago. Actually, I was up there scouting for deer. The only thing I got on the trail camera was one turkey and a tiny little button buck. Oh my, this is all grown up. Let's see, I'm gonna wander over this way. Small pine tree broken off. Kind of odd how that little one's broken off, but the bigger ones up in there weren't touched. Boy, it's all so different up here. It's all so different. That tree's fallen down since I've been up here last. Let's go up this way. That looks like a foot track. Now, unless somebody else was up here recently, and nobody comes up here. Might be one of them. Huh. Might very well be. Might very well be. going up around that thick stuff. Try to anyway. Oh, when there's no boats down there, it's so quiet up here. I remember the very first time I walked up through here. This was all open. Around these taller trees, it was all open. Okay. Yeah, you can kind of see what I mean here, where it's open here. Only the very first time all these weeds went up in here. Now there's some little trees coming up. I think it's up that way where I had my trail cam. How about that? How about that stack there? Leaned up against that tree. Boy, it's so different. Wow. You can't see up through there anymore. Let's see, let's go back this way. Oh, here's some of these briar things. Like the creature had gone through, only they were a lot higher back then. I don't know when I can find it. Let's see, walking over this way a little bit. Tree that fell down. Boy, it's all grown up in here. I'm looking for a spot. Huh. The apple bush has been stepped on. Down over that hill down there, somewhere, was that stick hut we always looked at. I mean, that's where I come up through here. Right on the side of the hill. Now, if I could just find where I was setting. Holy cow. It's so different. So imagine. Wow. Everything's changed so much in 2.5 years. Let's see. There's pine trees and through there. Anyway, the creature, when I saw it 2.5 years ago, was headed out through that way. Boy, that's so thick out through there. Huh. That was in the summertime, too. Be quiet for a while. I'm going to head back up through this way. You're seeing what the area looked like. Anyway. Where I had seen him. Another one. Straight stick leaning up against the tree. Walk through here. I'll tell you what, if I'm not careful, I can get lost in here. I'm serious. I said, it's been so long since I've been up here. It all looks so different. Now, I'm not exactly sure where I'm at. I know the lake's down there, so if I have to, I can head down that way and get to the lake, and then just follow the shoreline back. Walk down this way a little bit. Huh. What a ridge I just walked up. That's good. I walked right past the area where I was going to go out that way and didn't even recognize it. While I'm here, well, there's some big trees down. Okay. Down in there is where the stick hut was. Ah, I recognize that dead tree right there. Yeah. We were sitting right down there one day. Right there by that tree, my son and I. And there was a lot of boat noise. Almost looks like someone. I don't know. We were sitting there, and I was just shooting footage down that way towards the shelter. Like I said, we were sitting right down in there. And I heard something back here in the woods. This was 2013. I just panned the camera around. Okay. I just panned the camera around, up around this way. And that dead log right there was in the shot. And straight up through that way is where I got my second glance, way out there. It's so thick now you couldn't even tell. Man, and yeah. Okay. To see it from that distance, that thing would have been huge. And then 2.5 years ago, I came up here and was sitting on the bank, sitting up here on top of the hill to rest, because I climbed up that big hill. And while I was sitting there resting, I heard something crossing down in front of me. The thing must have been up this way. I think I remember when that tree fell. Yeah. Okay. Love seeing those ferns. Okay. Let's go back up this way. See if I can stumble across the place where I used to put a trail camera years ago. Yeah, I know. This video is getting a bit long, but I really want to keep it running as long as I can. If by some chance I do encounter something, don't want anybody to don't want to give anybody the opportunity to say, "Oh, you spliced into that. You had your son out there in a monkey suit." No, that's not how it works. Not at all. That's how quiet it is. See, another tree went down up here. Big tree went down. Oh yeah, we're just about up where the trail camera was. You see those vines over there? As you can see, people, you followed me all the way up through here. I don't follow trails. Oh. Get in on that? There's a tree. There's several sticks leaning up against that tree. Walk right past it. There's the... Oh, you know what? Yes. This is a tree where I used to mount my trail camera. I had it pointed down in that direction. Boy, it was so open up here back then. Tell you what, anything could be sneaking around in here. Let's see. If I was to go walk down that way a little bit, down a little ways, I'd come into a pile of rocks. And if I turned and walked out through the woods that way, quite a ways, I would come to the area that we have come to know as the Forbidden Zone. We've only been in there once. That was 9 years ago. And some of the experiences we had up there is why we call it the Forbidden Zone. I got so disoriented back there. I had 2 cameras with me, both with fully charged batteries. One I was using, one for a backup. Both batteries were completely drained. I had a compass that was just spinning in circles. I don't know what's back there. But one time years ago when I had my trail camera up there, we always came in the way I brought you, and then we always came back out this way. I did that for a reason. There's a guy in Minnesota. Years ago, he was on YouTube. He went by the YouTube name of First Billy Jack. He's a Native American. He's a United States Army veteran, or service veteran. He's an older guy. And with his Native American knowledge and instincts and everything, he looked for the Sasquatch. He too called them people. That's where I first realized that they were people. And he told me that when you go into an area, you should always enter in the same way and leave the same way each and every time. And I got a bug on my lens. Anyway, that's what we did. There's no trails here, is there, folks? This is wood. Now, when we first started coming in here 9 years ago, spring of 2010, I don't know what that was. I was just curious. A couple years before, I'd seen a Monster Quest show that featured Don Keating from Saltfork. There was a lot of curious little things. You see, there's those briars coming in. I was just curious, and that's why. This was the very first place I ever came to. After that, because I was curious. Anyway, I'm going to be quiet. and see if it works. A little behind me. I don't know where the camera's pointing. Always found this interesting. There's some big boulders up in here. Well, I haven't seen this place for a while. I always found this interesting. You see how flat those rocks are? Look, there's some right there. Well, I never was quite sure what this could have been, but what I think this was one of the places back in the early days when this area was settled. They would come up into the woods. There's a lot of these boulders up in here. They're sandstone boulders. This was probably a quarry where they would cut the stones for their home foundations. I always thought this was so cool. But it fell, and it could have been placed. And if I'm right, look. Probably sure that's nothing, but man, from back here, that looks very interesting. Yeah, those sticks here may have been natural, but if this is what I'm thinking it is, it may be a marker, and I do believe it is. I'll walk right along here, and what do I see? A hideout. Well, coming back down the hill towards the lake. I'm going to head out of here. Like I said at the beginning, I wasn't going to be out here very long. I just wanted to do a quick walk around the area where that was probably a car over the parking lot. I just want to do a quick walk around the area and try to show you that ridge up there. And I can do in a full video. And if you're still watching it after this length, bless you, and I appreciate you. Because it's the good people like you that keep me coming back out here. As you can see, there's no trails up in through there. I don't, like I said, I haven't been out there for 2.5 years. And I was kind of just grab the camera and come down here today. My son went to work. He left to work about noon, and after a few minutes I thought, heck, grab the camera and drive down here. I might have stayed back there a little bit longer if I would have remembered my phone was in my Jeep. Well, no Bigfoot today, is there? Just like it is most of the time when we come down through here. Anywhere. You don't see them often, folks. This is interesting right here. What this is right here, let me step down into it a little bit. This is part of a lane probably used for a tractor that went up into the hills. Because right down in front where the lake is at now, there used to be a farmhouse. There used to be a farmhouse. Right there we go. There's the Morning Glory boat ramp. And there's the dam. There used to be a house in here somewhere. If the water's down, you can still see a few of the foundation blocks. But directly over there, out into the water, when it's down, you can see almost all of the foundation of the barn. So, I'm going to have to step down over this thing, so I'm going to turn the camera off now because I'm back to the lake, and I'm going to head back to the Jeep and get out of here. For those of you that stuck around this long to see what the area looked like, thank you. God bless you, and you have a great day and a great weekend. Thank you very much for your support.